got two flowers here. They are from my unknown red flush. See, the branches look like this. So these flowers need to be cross-pollinated with a different variety in order for it to set fruit. Yesterday I collected some pollen from my Halley's Comet Dragonfruit flowers. Here's the pollen. So what I'll do is that I'll apply this onto the stigma of these two flowers. And the stigma are these right here. So I'll take some with my brush. And so here's the pollen on here. And I'll put it on here. Put it on the stigma and just basically brush it on. And so there's like, there's a hole in there. So you want to make sure that the pollen go in and tap on it so that it travel down the tube. I do that and I get success from it. A lot of people, they'll just brush it onto the stigma like this, and they don't really bother with getting it into the tube, into the hole. I guess it doesn't really matter as long as you get some in there. You'll set fruit, but I want it to be 100% successful, so I make sure that at least some get in there that I know of. So I'll just dab it in. Just tap it in like that and make sure it's in there. Just flick it. Let's see, there's some. I want to get more of it in there, so I'll get the pollen from here because it's from my container, and I'll put it in here. My gosh, the flower smells so good. Smell like you're in a field of dragon fruit flowers. It's so strong. Yeah, see, I got some in there. So what I'll do is I'll tap it, make sure that it travels all the way down. And after you pollinate these flowers like this, you want to give it about a week, and you'll notice that the bottom right here, this part, it gets swollen and it stay green, and that's how you know that it's successful. There you go, that's how you pollinate dragon fruit flowers. Here's another flower. This one is from my George Red. It produced large fruit red flush, really good. And so here is the stigma. And those are the pollen that I'm going to collect later so I can pollinate my Assunta 4. I actually collect all my pollen from all of my dragon fruit together in one container, so I basically mix everything. So here's the pollen that I collected from the other two flowers. So what I'll do is set this down, because I'm working with just one hand pollinating and the other one I'm filming. So I collect the pollen on here on a brush. And you just want to have enough. You don't need too much, but it's good to have plenty. So what I'll do is I'll put it on here, just dab it on, You know, just like if you were a bumblebee or a bee, a honeybee, and then you're just, you know, playing around on the stigma, messing around with the pollen. Make sure you get all the pollen on here and into that hole right there. So you want to make sure you get some on there so that it travels down the hole. See, what I'll do is I'll fill it in. I get some of this, and then I'll put it in here. Oh, I think that's enough pollen. It's filled with pollen. Like that. And then next I'll do is that I'll collect all of these pollen into my container, and I'll go over to the other flower.